complain and rant about our
technology sucks today. That's what we're all going to complain about.
Technology.
We're live. Hello, Dragonlings. Welcome. For those who don't know, my name is Skye. My camera's doing weird things. There we go. My name is Skye. I write urban fantasy under the name ST Haggis, and I've got 4 other lovely ladies with me today. If they want to introduce themselves we'll go in alphabetical order, just because it's easier.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Alina
I am.
first.
And damn it! Sorry, I'm never gonna get this right.
We can't spell
It's all
either,
good.
apparently.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let you roll with it.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was like going to be quiet, but then
You can't let me get away with this stuff, or I will never learn. I'm sorry, Alina. This is you.
Amy is just going to reorganize the alphabetic system today. It's all good. It's all you.
Perfect.
Take it away, Amy.
Okay, am I going or is Alina going? Go ahead, Alina.
No, I'm just waiting for people to decide because apparently
You go. I will wait.
We're starting a revolution over the alphabet, which makes perfect sense. Hello, everyone. My name is Alina. I'm a fiction writer from Romania, and I write a lot of things from urban fantasy to mysteries and shut up, paranormal romance. That's our annoying app, which will now be quiet because I've muted it. So yeah, if you want to try my writing for free, go subscribe to my newsletter. My website is alina-popescu.com. I actually have 2 newsletters, so you can get 2 free books depending on what you like, or both. I don't care. If you like them both, get them. So yeah, that's it. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
Hi. No, that is actually my turn. I am Amy Nobody. I don't have any social media or a website because I don't use it. I'm an SEO consultant, and I'm here working on my first rough draft of my first book. And that's all I got.
Hi, I'm Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author with 8 Little Pages Publishing. I am here to work on book 2 today. If you guys are kind of curious about the content of my work, I have a newsletter as well that you can sign up for, and you can get a free copy of a short story that I have out. And if you happen to read it, I would really like a review.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I mean, that sounded so creepy nice. Now I have to go get it and review it. Just
You know what?
Review it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I read it last night. It didn't take me long at all, and it was really good. It was very humorous. I liked it. I wasn't expecting it to be as humorous as it was, so it was good. It was good. Well worth it.
My characters are way funnier than I am.
Right on. Okay, so now it's officially my turn. So I'm Dana Gollin. I write adult fantasy romance. All my good stuff is at danagollinwrites.com. And today I'm working on book 2 of the Awakening series. And I too should be getting some reviews here like relatively shortly. Gosh. I checked that Amazon thing and I was like, okay, I need to start shuffling in some reviews. It helps a lot. I'm done.
What they say.
Yeah, there's a webinar that my publisher sent me because we were talking about marketing and the importance of reviews and things like that. And basically, we got 2 British people together because when British people talk, it sounds really impressive. But they spent about an hour talking about that, and I could probably share that with you if you guys want to listen to it when you're tired and need to go to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I will buy stuff from British people because they just sound that freaking smart. Okay.
It doesn't work so well on me because my mom is British, so people are kind of like, "Oh my God, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about." It's like he sounds like he's from Yorkshire, like.
That's a good one. Oh my God.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? Just because we're on a tangent, I was watching this video in the middle of the night, and this woman was harassing this guy who was here on like a student visa or something, and he was from England or wherever. And she says to him, she's like, well, I guess your opinion hasn't mattered since 1776. And he looks at her
Oh my God.
and he's like, what are you talking about? I wasn't even alive then. And she was like, yeah, exactly, you idiot. I was like, but it was funny how she delivered that one. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Why? Why?
No,
Why would he say something like that? Like,
because he was being really belligerent to her. Like, he volunteered to do an interview about gun rights, and he was comparing Europe's gun laws and policies to America's gun laws and policies. And he's like, yeah, in England we don't have mass shootings. And she's like, no, but you have like stabbings and stuff, right?
Oh my God.
well, I'm sorry, they have way fewer stabbings than you have mass shootings, though.
So she's like, she's just trying to make a point, and she's like, well, don't you think that it's, you know, one nice thing about gun laws is if you have a license to carry, you can ultimately defend yourself against a knife wielding maniac. Because he's like, we don't have guns in England, and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, I'm sure someone has a gun in England. So anyway, so he was just being really belittling and badgering to her. And he volunteered to do this interview. And so at the end of it, after he had like called her a name, she just, yeah.
You know, if he called her names, then fine. Other than that, just because his opinion is different, that doesn't make it more or less valid. It's still an opinion.
No. He got really belligerent with her, and then she was like, well, your opinion hasn't mattered. So
I totally want to voice an opinion on this as somebody with British and American parents. So the reason they don't have guns in England is because back in whenever somebody went in and they shot up a school, and so instantly all guns were banned, right? And then a little while later, somebody went in with a machete and cut up a whole bunch of students in a school as well. Horrible events. Not going to argue that. So now the only people that have guns are the Fuzz and the Mafia. And part of the issue with the Fuzz and their automatic assault weapons is that in order to get to them, they have to go to the back of the car, open it with 2 keys, and then assemble the weapon. And so
our police is really rare.
So now you've just basically got a whole bunch of illegal people with weapons doing whatever. So that's a different topic. I'm kind of neutral on the whole gun thing myself. The only reason I own one is because out here in America on Christmas morning, somebody tried to break into my apartment.
Yeah, that's kind of stuff. I mean, you can get a permit for a weapon in pretty much any country given the right circumstances. It's just a lot harder in most of them. And about, you know, when you think about it, if someone comes into a school with a machete, as opposed to someone who comes into a school with an automatic rifle, is that you can pretty much close and lock a door in front of someone with a machete, and it's harder to cut through it than to shoot through it. Like, sorry, it's just, I mean, to cut 10 people, it takes a lot more effort than to shoot them from a distance in like 30 seconds. But it doesn't mean that gun laws can't be okay as long as they're applied. And I don't think the problem are the laws, because as far as I know, gun laws in America don't really allow you to buy assault rifles.
It depends on the state. So I live in Arizona, and we're very free with our weapon regulation, where in California it's very different. So for example, in California, if you own an automatic rifle in your house, it has to be disassembled in all of its parts.
Yeah, makes sense.
So when somebody breaks into my house, I have a gun in 30 parts. It's going to take me at least 15 minutes to assemble my weapon.
Yeah.
When seconds count, I'm dead.
We love trucks and guns. So no, but I was like, when it came to her, I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter where you come from. If you volunteer to do an interview, be respectful.
Totally on point.
Yeah, don't go to name calling. Gosh. So anyway,
I mean, the first time you didn't say anything about the name calling, and I was like, right on.
Oh yeah, no, he was getting really belligerent, and then she just threw that out, and I was like, oh, Oh shit.
I mean, if it were me, because I mean, I when I get into the debate, it's hard for me to let go. I would have said, well, if my opinion didn't matter, why did you ask for it in the first place? But because I mean, like, you asked for it, you were looking for people to interview, so
right.
But so I think they were both wrong. Kind of like, no, name calling and acting like someone's opinion matters or more or less than yours, and neither of them was right.
Yeah, like I don't particularly like this individual style of interviews, but it just kind of.
Is this the blonde?
But the comeback was good though.
With the long curly hair.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I would leave.
Speaking of belligerent, I hear your guys' apps going off in the background.
Yeah.
Mine is quiet. Right? Mine is quiet, like a baby.
We not only went on a tangent, we hijacked the whole thing. And...
Sorry. I got views. I gotta share them sometimes.
I'm still trying here to find the link to the stream, actually. So.
Oh yeah, can somebody just share that?
Oh
yeah. Can somebody just give that to me on like Facebook? Because my subscriptions, no, okay, it's now displaying, so I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like YouTube is acting up.
Mine is not giving me notifications, so I'm subscribed to like 4 different people's channels, so that when they go live, I know automatically. And I'm not getting notifications until after their stream has ended.
Do you think
2 hours later?
Do you think that we need to set it up ahead of time? Like a half-hour like reminder or something like that? I see some people who do live streams that do that.
It makes no difference. What I've noticed is that if I go on certain streams and like them and clearly interact with them, they would start sending me a lot of notifications from those streams. And others, even if I set a reminder and stuff, if it's the first time I'm watching that channel streams, YouTube ignores me. It's fine. It's like, oh, you don't need that notification, really. I know better than you.
That's weird. Yeah. Usually if I see something that's set up in ahead of time, I'll get a notice for it like 30 minutes before it goes on. Maybe it's just
you know, I have it set up. Yeah, because I have it so that so I set a reminder on YouTube for all the live streams. So YouTube is supposed to send me like 10 minutes before like Skye goes live. It's supposed to send me a reminder that she's going live. I don't typically get that until after she's already gone live. And since I'm here, it doesn't matter.
And not others. Like I got a 30-minute heads up last night for Skye's Night Owl Writers, but I did not get a 30-minute notification for the one that we're on right now.
Yep. But Sarah was saying that she thinks that there's something wrong with YouTube because she's having a problem with their search.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
When they changed those algorithms, they fucked up everything.
I know. I know. You just gotta leave it alone.
I mean, how dare they have bugs on a free platform that doesn't yet bring them profit? She says, playing the devil's advocate. And hey, at least it's not as bad as Facebook.
Oh, I'm pretty much. Since that whole like blackout thing, I've given up on Facebook. I check it like once a day. I'm like, okay, it's still there.
Facebook more often than YouTube. Are we ready to do a sprint?
We should probably do a sprint, yeah.
We're like 20 minutes into this stream. Even though we got started late, we're technically 20 minutes into this stream and haven't done a writing sprint yet.
We were having meaningful discussions.
Because we're on tangents. Tangents are fun.
Yeah, you know what? I've been on a tangical morning. I have just since last night. I just had a really negative experience last night and I've been trying to let it go. But I'm having a hard time, and it's not important. That's what really pisses me off. It's not important. I just need to let it go.
All right. Well, maybe we can write it out.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
All right.
That's
I'll be on task. I'm on task now. I promise. Don't be angry at me, teacher. I'm ready.
So,
Yes.
okay.
Count it
Ready?
down. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great time.
Go away, Ad. I don't want you.
For a cup of coffee.
Oh, I love this.
I got distracted because my editor started talking to me. She said my name 3 times in the mirror, so I had to appear.
That's a good one.
Oh, I did it! I got 547! I broke the 500!
Yay!
That's my first time so far in these live streams. I did it twice with Skye the other day, but this is the first time I've been able to do it in the stream.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Thank you very much.
I have been with 300 permalinks.
Holy crap.
Wait, what?
I updated 300 permalinks.
Oh, wow.
That's
Um,
amazing,
That
actually.
sucks.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good. I'm impressed for what that's worth.
It's nice that I have this handy app where it lists the name of the post and the permalink, and I edit it, but it's still 21 pages with, I don't know, 20 or 30 per page. I don't know. Just
Oh wow.
and I missed one of the pages I needed. So now I'm frantically going through it, trying to locate it. Where did I go wrong?
Life choices. I got 82 words, but I found a loop. I found a way around my problem with the comment, and so I was able to answer the question. And yeah, and I feel really happy about myself. And I got my, Amazon package in the mail today, so I'm really happy now. I know. Well, all that negativity is gone.
Told you just had to write it out.
Retail therapy.
I know. I'm like, it's temporarily relieved. I just need to get into a battle scene in my book so that I can kill people. You will die!
Yeah, I gotta say, like when I used to teach, that's when I would come home and write my best fight scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes
We're
sense.
gonna murder all the little fucks today.
After I left the outside world and created my own peaceful universe, it's become more difficult to deal with the bullshit and the negativity of the outside world. It really has. And like my husband was telling me, he's like, you've created this very peaceful environment, and so when these negative things breach into your peaceful environment, then you panic. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to go back. Spend some time with my sisters. That's right.
I am armed.
I know. But there are, I think there are positive things from working from home, because you do get to control what comes in and out of your environment. And then there are some negative things. And I think that one of those negative things is that because you don't interact with idiots on a daily basis, when they show up, you're just like, do I shoot you in the face or do I give you coffee and poisoned muffins? No. Because I do have some of that foxglove that CJ fell in love with. No.
Well, I did 545 words. In the chat, it looks like I didn't do it.
More than you.
Yeah,
You did.
The actual fuck, man.
Natasha got 293 and Steven got 117. They're on a good start.
They're on a roll.
Well, Natasha, she was on last night when you were doing your late night writing as well, wasn't she? Yeah.
I think she's somewhere in Alina's time zone, because I think it's nighttime for Natasha now.
Yeah, that's. I think she's in Europe. Like, not that that's pinpoints it, because it's.
I was about to say Europe is a very vast area.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but it's like 3 hour different. No, 2 hour difference for most of the continent. Like from the most western point to the most eastern point, it's 2 hours.
I got 529 words.
Nice.
Before I was summoned by my editor.
Is everyone ready for another
from one side of Europe all the way to the other side of Russia, it's 2 hours, or one side to one side of Europe is 2
Not all of Russia is in Europe.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, you said there's only a 2 hour time zone difference between the two coasts.
Yeah, I'm on the same time zone as Moscow. And the UK, which is like the furthest to the west from me time-wise, it's 2 hours behind me.
Wow.
Okay.
Seems like
I mean,
not a
three
lot.
at most. 3 time zones at most, like 3 hours maybe.
That's interesting.
I mean, 3 hours, 4 time zones.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to. I'll catch up. I'll catch up.
Okay.
Life
Okay.
is
All right.
happening.
That's right.
What happens when you're live? Bye. Okay. I'm ready for the next sprint, though, when everybody else is.
All right, we can start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit. I hate you. Sorry.
What is this word count? 1, 5, 4, 2. Oh, sorry, Kissy. Didn't mean to kick you. Oh. I forgot to hit it. Don't judge me. Kicking my dog and I hit my timer.
Oh, okay.
That's time.
If you say so. I did not pay attention to what I was pressing, and I'm on a 25-minute thing, so there's that.
I wrote things.
Words.
I only wrote. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
I'm done with the permalink manager. I figured all those problems. I transferred the text from the blog in Scrivener, so I have it all and read through one chapter. I have to read through another one so that I can start writing, because I forgot what was happening. Luckily, I have it all outlined, which helps.
No, I don't want an ad. Go away.
I got 456.
Nice.
This is about my normal rating.
The coffee creamer. Shoot.
I got 537.
Woo!
Oh, hey, everyone in the chat. Sorry for ignoring you. I was mad at my blog.
Let's see.
I can't find the chat. Help me. I'd like to see it.
Natasha got 306.
Nice.
I got 163 this time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nice.
So now I gotta find pictures of coffee creamer because I sent my son to the store and he's like, "What kind of coffee creamer did you want?" I'm like, "Oh, I forgot about you. I'm sorry."
It happens.
Yeah, but my other kids would never let me down or let me forget the fact that I forgot about this particular one because they're always like, "He's your favorite kid, Mom." I'm like, "No, he's not." He is.
Well, I mean, if he is, I'm not telling you guys.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. What do you want?
Speaking of sending pictures with people, I was in the store one time and I was looking for like a particular shade of nail polish. So I was just kind of like circling all of the makeup aisles, looking, comparing. And there was this guy who just kept kind of circling the makeup aisles too. And so finally I'm looking at these nail polishes and he scared me pretty good. And I looked up and all of a sudden he's just right there next to me. So he startles me and I kind of look up at him and he's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, can I help you? Like real quick, because he scared me. And he's like, will you help me, please? And he holds up his phone and his girlfriend had sent him to the store to buy mascara. And she had taken a picture of the mascara that he was supposed to get. But he couldn't even find the section. He had no idea what he was doing. And he was looking for Alme, which at the store that I was at had like a relatively small section and it was lower down. So even I had to make like a second trip around the aisles to find it and show him. And you should have seen the poor distressed look on this guy's face. Because he spent 15-20 minutes, I was just looking at nail polish shades. He just spent weaving in and out of the makeup section, just looking for the word Alme.
Oh my God! I hope she keeps him
with his picture task.
Oh man, yeah. Whoever his girlfriend is needs to keep him because I don't know of very many boyfriends that would sit there for 20 minutes looking for mascara.
My husband wouldn't.
He couldn't find it. He actually was nice enough to ask a woman to help him. Like, please don't send me home without the mascara. Like, that was the keeper.
Oh yeah. He's like, he gets home. He's like, lady, I'm never doing this for you again.
My husband will do a lot
By
of
the
things,
way,
but he won't do that.
I remember. By the way, remember my rant from earlier? First of all, they finally fixed it. Which I mean, it took them an hour and it was fast enough. But there's one caption that's still not fixed. They told them that. But the good news is they have an English version of this, so I'll re-answer the questions in English.
Oh, great!
Try to translate. So that's great because that I can actually use. Promote to everybody. I'll share the other article too, but that's just for the Romanian friends.
I was gonna
And
say,
stuff.
now that
Yeah.
it's in English, you can share it with us.
Yeah,
'cause
of
I
course.
can't read Romanian. I'm sorry.
I had a feeling what they'll pick as a title for this piece, because there's a rule in journalism: you pick a quote that's the most relevant. And I spent like the entire interview talking about writing as a career and things like that. And then they asked me to give a definition of Romania, its society and career, whatever. And I went with something a bit on the metaphorical side, let's say, but I was like writing that paragraph. I was like, man, I'm so worried this is going to be the focus for the title. And guess what? It was. And
Yay!
No.
I have to tell you this. I would have used it if I were the interviewer. And I said that Romanian society is like an enormous machine that's super heavy and moves slowly, and some of its parts are kind of rusty and they don't work well with each other. So
No.
that's what they use.
Oh no!
But I mean, it's true. It's true. But I was like, man, I would like to be upset, but if I was doing this interview, I would have gone with that too.
Yeah.
Roll with it.
It's,
All right.
it's good for clicks. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are we ready to write again?
Whenever you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'll rely on you because apparently I'm still.
You're still in your
have 3
25
minutes
minutes
into-
sprint.
So
right.
I'll just completely skip it in my app this time.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Excellent. No.
All right, well, it's time.
I actually threw out 5,000 words. I didn't write any.
I finished all my back and forth with the magazine people. They finally corrected everything. I finished reading the previous installment of Magic Unleashed and wrote 176 words.
Ooh.
Could be worse.
I wrote 514 words.
Nice.
Yeah, just doing that thing where like I'm reading, because like you like when you write your book and then you like go back, it's like, well, this thing doesn't make any sense anymore, so it has to go. It's like this one doesn't make any sense anymore. This has to go too. I have to completely rewrite this scene. I'm gonna do the dishes first, but
Dana and Amy, you're both muted. And then Natasha said I have to go make food. And Stephen got 532.
Oh, hey, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like
Excellent
sitting
job.
here. I'm sitting here like, Alina, that is totally impressive that you got all that stuff done. And then she didn't say anything. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not that impressive. And then,
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
so then I was like, I got 230 words. And that's when Skye is like, hey, Dana, you're muted. I'm like, oh.
Oh my God, I must have seemed like such a bitch to not even acknowledge what was said. Oh wow, I'm sorry.
That should have been my first clue that there was something wrong, because I was just like, what?
She's not responding to me. I'm like, why did she not like me?
And I was trying to say something to Kara. I had the exact same thing happen the other day. I wrote some of my scenes out of order. You know, when I got blocked, I just moved on. And I had 2 whole scenes that I was just like, fuck it. I just scrapped them because about a third of the way into the scene, they started talking about something that wasn't going to happen for like another 2 chapters. And rather than try to just nitpick the scene and take out just the bits that didn't work, I was like, whatever. I just got rid of the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
like,
I know exactly how you feel.
like there's one of the issues I'm having in book 2 is that there's like this kind of political world thing happening. My biggest issue's been trying to figure out where the base of operations is going to be, and I finally decided on where it was going to be. But I wrote like 2 scenes about making those various other places happen. I was like, well, we're not in the mall anymore, and I don't have to talk to the FBI agent anymore, and there's 5,000 words gone, and oh my God.
That's a lot of work. That's 3 days of work. Did you at least copy and paste it to like a separate Word document?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a folder called the graveyard. It all goes in there.
Yeah. I was gonna say I do that a lot of times. Like if I'm like, okay, this doesn't just sit with me right now, instead of, because I would just die. Yeah, I would die.
Yeah, there was this one scene I wrote with Loki in it, and in the first book, that's where I had it at, but it didn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was 5,000 words that, of all of the 5,000 words I wrote, these were my babies, right? And so I was like, but I can't just let it go. And so part of when I was doing the rewriting, I was like, the babies can come back.
Yeah. I've considered doing like not a serious book, but like a book of all the things that got cut.
Oh God.
Yeah. I think that it would be kind of, I don't know, you know, it's like the blooper reel at the end of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, like, just word of advice, if you remove scenes, like put them in a different folder or in a different document, and you can use them as extras for like newsletter subscribers and just send them the deleted scenes and things like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. I'm like, I got a shit ton of deleted scenes.
Patreon.
I know. I keep telling myself I need to go back to Patreon. I just like I started my Patreon page right as everybody started flooding YouTube with go to my Patreon page. And so I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't, I don't know. And then it just felt like
I don't want to sound mean, but if you use that way of thinking, why are you publishing books? There are millions of people doing it.
I know. It was like I started it and I had all these great ideas and I was really excited. And then it just felt like every time I watched a YouTube video, it was like Patreon, because I had just happened to join right when they demonetized everyone who didn't have 1,000 subscribers.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And so all of those people went over to Patreon and I was like, well, shit. I mean, I still have it. I just need to go back and nurture it, maybe give it some substance. It's kind of starving to death right now.
I got
It's fun for
503
me.
words, by the way. I broke 500 again.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm in a
Got
scene that has 0 dialogue. That's why I think I'm getting that slightly higher word count. There's no dialogue in it whatsoever. So I don't have to sit there and go, words.
Do we want to do another word sprint?
I'm
Yeah.
in if you're in.
Yeah, I can.
I mean,
I
it's only
don't
been
think I
two, right?
I've got some stuff I need to do. I have to get off. If you guys want to, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and sign out.
All right. I kind of want to do another one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be here all day, one way or another.
All right. Well, I hear that hateful act screaming at you, so I'll go ahead and say goodbye, and you guys can go ahead and start the next one.
Sweet
the
I'm Amy Nobody. I don't have any links, and I'm working on my first rough draft. That's it. So, goodbye, ladies. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, see
Yeah.
you tomorrow.
I'll
Bye.
be here.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. And if everyone else wants to write,
I'm
Yep.
off for it.
then we can start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, it's time.
Okay. Now let's do math. $638.
Awesome.
Thanks. I finally got one session of actual writing.
So let's try to find my calculator.
All right, I got 242, but I also got donuts. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I got donuts, and I don't know if you can see this or not. My mom got me one of these blooming teapots.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like this really pretty flower. Oh, it sank to the bottom. So I've been like distracted by it. It looks almost like a mum, but it's like cherry flavored mum. So
Tasha said she was back and Stephen got 623 words.
oh,
Nice.
I got 547.
Nice.
Those are really impressive numbers.
Yes, they are.
Caro, are you okay? Oh, she fell into the muted world.
Yeah.
It says she's not muted though, but
I think she's muted from her headphone set.
Say something.
now she's muted. There we go.
No, yeah.
I was like,
You're on now.
poor darlings, they're dead. I'm coming in there like,
Dead darlings.
you don't belong in here, get out.
That's right.
All right. Oh man,
Are you getting tired?
I've been tired. I think I mutually stay tired now. This
Yeah.
getting up at 5:30 a.m. crap is annoying.
This
Mhm.
to-do list is growing.
Yeah. I remember when I used to love getting up at 5 o'clock because I would be up like an hour or two before the rest of everybody got up. And now that I go to bed at like, I don't know, 3, the idea of getting up at 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning is frightening. I'm like, no, but I do need to get back on a regular sleep schedule.
What is a sleep schedule?
You know, the thing when you go to bed, then you wake up.
It's extremely important, apparently.
Huh?
I don't know about that.
Ugh.
I mean, I struggle with it, but I kind of need it to function. Like, if I don't get enough sleep, if I don't eat kind of right, if I don't make sure I'm moving enough, things go wrong. Like, my depression tends to get worse. My stress levels are worse. So, yeah, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of that sucks.
The time restricted eating though, that helped me a lot with the sleep patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sort of intermittent fasting, but the point of it is from the moment you start eating or drinking stuff that's not coffee in the day, not to do it for more than 12 hours max, and ideally keep it at 10 hours. And that's really good because then your body gets the message that it's time to shut down and go to bed.
Okay.
And hey, if it's good enough to get enough sleep for shift workers who have to, you know, change their schedules all the time, apparently it's good enough for me too.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could try that.
My issue is just the fact that my husband's at boot camp right now, and originally he was supposed to be gone for a full month, but they're having him come home daily, which is fine, except for that means that he's got to be up at 5:30 in the morning, and he doesn't even get back until like 8 o'clock at night.
Wow, that sucks,
he
man.
goes to the basic and he comes home? Is that?
It's
not military.
Oh,
it's not military.
was like,
It's not military.
it's like that doesn't how that works.
No, it's for military. It's not for military. Sorry.
That's okay.
I know the first time I heard her say boot camp, I was like, wait a minute, what?
They still call it boot camp for some reason.
Well, you do until the first day, and then that gets smacked out of you. Personal experience.
So
yeah, here we call it CODA. I don't know what the hell that it's an acronym for something, but I never really cared to find out what it means. It's like correctional officer.
Oh, okay.
Detainee training. No, CODA.
I mean, you could Google it.
No, that'd be too much work. I'll just make it up as I go.
But yeah, that's what he's at. He's at correctional officers boot camp, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun stuff, I guess. If you like getting based and running.
I'll be happy when they actually give him a schedule. Because he's supposed to go to third shift.
Oh.
Hopefully.
I'm all, that's never fun. Yeah, but your kids are.
We love third shift because me and my husband have both worked third shift for the past like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it meant that now once the kids were in school, it was great. Before they were in school, it was not great.
Right.
Because we could sleep while they're at school, be awake when they come home, and then we work at night, and we never really missed anything in the kids' life.
Right.
That's awesome.
It sucked when they switched me to second shift because all of a sudden I was missing all of the school events for my girls because
they all happen in the evening.
They all happen in the afternoon or evening because I was like, even award ceremonies happen at like noon, and I was missing all of those too.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than breaking a kindergartner's heart because they don't see you in the audience. Even if they don't get an award, if they don't see you in the audience, it shatters their heart.
Oh yeah. And love it now because once they turn 13, they're like, oh my God, why did you even get out of your vehicle, Mom?
You're such an embarrassment.
I know. I can't believe you decided to keep breathing today.
How dare you care about my future?
I know. And you wore the wrong color of denim jeans. Gosh, what's wrong with you? Oh my God. Wow. Teenagers are.
They're wonderful.
Yes.
As somebody who used to teach them.
Such a blessing on my poor black hair. No. No, I really do. I love her. She's been gone. She's been visiting family for the last week. And I was like, last night she texted me and I was like, what are you doing up? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning there. And she's like, I can't find my thing. Okay. Calm down. Is it in your room? Here's the thing. I tell her, I'm like, okay, take a deep breath, calm down. And I might as well just be setting off like Mount St. Helen. It's like as soon as I say, okay, take a deep breath, calm down, let's think about it. Calm down. I know. I'm like, okay. Nothing frightens me more than a teenage girl.
They are scary.
True.
Yeah.
They're a lot scarier than teenage boys.
Mm-hmm. And I've been told.
I know. I used to be one.
Yeah, right.
But I was like the tamest version ever. Probably because I hung out with boys a lot.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
The problem is
Also-
until college when I was hanging out with all the girls, and I was just like, "What the hell is wrong with all of you guys?"
Yeah.
I was
That's it.
antisocial in high school. I was like, don't talk to me. And then when I got to college, 10 years later, people would be kind of like, hey, you're passing this class. I think we should be friends. And I'd be like, you can go fuck off.
Right.
Oh my God.
No, my mom.
I'll never forget. I was literally in a class, and this woman who I knew had no idea what she was doing sat down next to me. She's like, I'm really happy that we're, in all these classes together because you're very like organized and on top of things. And I'm not. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm not carrying you, bitch. Get out.
You're like, you gonna pay me? No. No, my mom tells me all the time that out of all of her children, I was definitely the tamest one. But she has this disillusion that I was hiding shit from her. And I'm like, no, Mom, I had one friend in high school. One. Okay. And we didn't live anywhere near each other. So we saw each other at school, and occasionally when I wasn't working, I would see her outside of school, but that was very rarely because she had a boyfriend, and I thought that men were all a bunch of bastards. I'm like, no, I'm not getting involved in that shit. So no. And I told her, I was like, I would go to work. So I'd get up at like 4:00 in the morning, go to school all day, then go to work, then come home at like 10:00 at night and do it all over again. I was like, exactly when was I supposed to be doing stupid shit? And I'm like, she knew everything about me. Like, she could tell if I had gained weight, and I was like, how could I have possibly pulled the wool over your eyes? And she's like, well, I'm just saying, compared to your siblings, you had to have been really sneaky. I'm like, right. I can't play poker for a reason. Okay.
No poker face.
Not at all. I try hiding shit from my husband, like for his birthday or Christmas or whatever. And he calls me out on it. He's like, you got a secret, don't you? No. The first time we got into a major fight was for his 40th birthday. This was like 7 years ago. I was trying to plan like a surprise fuck you 40 birthday. And all of a sudden he started like guessing and this, that, and the other thing. And like just trying to be playful. And I was like, you're a fucking asshole. You can't do anything. And he's like, oh, so you were planning a birthday party. I'm all, fuck you. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah.
I love the idea of a fuck you 40 party. I want to do this now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've got a ways to go before I get there. But still, I want to do this now.
Why? Why would you do that? Like, think about it. Not everybody makes it to 40. I think it's the point where you start celebrating. You're still freaking alive.
I was going to do fuck you 40 for him, but mine, I want to do Foxy 40 for me because I don't think that I look 40. You see? So I think
I like it. It's a good idea.
as long as I can maintain this look for 10 months, I'll be good. Which I have been using moisturizer more often. No.
Oh yeah, same. I remember I have skin and it has needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using my moisturizer, my body lotion, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I even put on makeup today. That's like major win.
Oh yeah. When I hurt my back a year ago, my doctor was like, well, you're getting older. And I remember coming home and looking in the mirror and being like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I started slathering it on. And I have a friend in Florida who is like a cosmetologist. She does like makeup artistry and stuff. And and I told her, I was like, hey, so I've never been vain. However, I think I might be getting older. I need help. For some reason, age is creeping up on me.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
I know. Oh,
I know
man.
when I was talking to somebody and they're like, "Man, you're really young to write a book." And I was like, "Exactly how old do you think I am?" And he's like, "Well, you gotta be 22." And I was like, "Oh, that's so fucking sweet." You be thinking that. I'm old enough to have your fucking kids.
Yeah, like, well,
Like for me, it doesn't even matter what I look like because I'm tiny. Everybody assumes I'm just a stupid kid who doesn't know anything. Like it really doesn't matter. To be fair, considering the hats I wear a gnome hat. Basically, that's what my boyfriend calls it. I'm not helping matters.
right? Yeah,
It's
but
not like I try to look adult. And
just because our birth certificate says we're a certain age doesn't mean we have to dress like our grandmothers.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
my
I mean,
grandma-
but maybe I should stop shopping in the children's department. I'm just saying, at least for hats.
If it makes you feel better, I also wear kids' hats. I mean, and my headphones, which are actually too big for me, are definitely from the kids section. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey, we're just really we're just mature children. That's all we really are.
No, I disagree with the mature part.
Like, wait a minute. Carol was showing off her hat.
This is my
Sorry?
sweat-soaked hat. This is the hat I run in Arizona. You can see all my sweat stains on it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel like
Awesome.
running in 110-degree heat today. Let's just go ahead and get this started.
I know. I know. If I saw you running, I'd be like, "Are you all right?"
I know, I literally have that happen because I'll be running and somebody be like, "Are you okay?" Like, I'm fine. It's like, but it's really hot out. It's like, I've been doing this for years. I'm acclimated. It's okay.
We're
I'm a
just
lizard.
we're concerned. Yeah, no. When you see people running, okay, if you see them running like before the sun comes up, that's one thing. If you see them running during like lunchtime, it's like, are they running from the police? Are they running from their wife? Are they running from Satan? What could possibly have possessed them to run in the middle?
Be gone, Satan!
I'm just
And
saying.
the water bottle they're carrying is actually, like holy water
It's
to
holy
throw
water.
the devils.
Yeah,
Like
most of the
supernatural style.
Yeah, Lucifer.
Yeah, most of the time you don't even see water bottles on them. They're wearing no shirts. They do have like weird looking fanny packs around their waists.
They do.
And they might have like little tiny like travel size like Scotch bottles of water in there or something. I don't know. But like they're not carrying water. They're not wearing hats. That it's like
The non-hat thing always worries me. I like, bro, you gotta at least cover your head.
yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? But hey, what do I know? Maybe dying, as long as you're sexy, it's okay to die from dehydration and heat stroke.
You guys, I actually changed it because when I graduated and got my bachelor's degree, my husband was like, "Well, what kind of gift do you want?" And I was like, "I know exactly what I want." And you can kind of see it, but that's my treadmill.
Yeah.
I have my treadmill in my office.
And it's got your laundry hanging on it, right?
No, that's just my sweat towel, which probably should be washed.
Well, that's what's hanging off of my treadmill. Sweaters, laundry that I don't necessarily, jeans, because I hate putting those damn things away.
Well, my husband was worried about how often I was going to use it, and I said I think I'm going to use it pretty regularly. And I actually wore the damn thing out, and we had to hire a guy to come and change the motor.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So you're one of those people who got it and actually used it.
Yeah, I used it, and
You're like
Wow.
a unicorn.
if I actually have to like run more than like 7 miles, I have to do it outside because I learned that if you run 10 miles on this thing, it will always break down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm that weird person.
Yeah.
Admittedly, if I had the room to put a treadmill, I would. When I was working, they had an indoor gym. So shortly before I left, they changed the rules of their gym membership, and then you had to pay daily for what was once free. But I would actually walk on the treadmill when I had access to it.
Yeah.
So to be fair, if I had room to put one, I would get one. I don't know where I'd put it, and I would probably use it too.
Yeah, I walk the dogs on it too, especially in the summer here, because once it gets over once it gets like over 90 degrees, I don't take the dogs out in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So they get to run on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take my out in the mornings and in the evenings after 9 p.m., which is okay. But sometimes in the summer, even at 9 p.m., it's just too damn hot.
Yeah, in my area of Arizona, we have to do what we call the barefoot test, and if you can't walk barefoot on the pavement, you don't take the dogs out.
Yeah.
Because
No, in my area, it's not that bad because there isn't as much car traffic, and the streets are kind of small, so there's shade from the buildings, and there's enough green stuff around.
What's snow?
Yeah, we have snow too.
What is that?
In the winter.
That's like mold, right? Just falls.
Yeah.
No.
It's like dangerous mold because you can slip on it if there's ice underneath.
Right. Well, this is the most interesting part about Arizona as far as I'm concerned. I had explained before that there are like certain perimeters and we each have our own ecosystem. Caro and I are actually like an hour 45 minutes apart from each other, but it is actually cooler. I know. It is actually cooler where I am and hotter where she is because I'm at a higher elevation. Yeah. And then just north of her, there's freaking forests and lakes and elks. And
I remember I was just kind of like, baby, I need to see some trees. All I got is like cacti around here. And he was like, okay. And we drove an hour north. I was like, where the fuck did these pine trees come from? Like, where have they been?
Yep. So during the summertime, we do the barefoot test here, especially like in July and August. Yeah. But I take my dogs, I take a 30-minute drive up the mountain and I can take my Arctic dogs and they get to go play in the forest. And there's like little lakes and stuff up there. Granted, driving an hour home with a stinky, wet Malamute is not the most pleasant of things, but totally worth it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
We have
to be fair, it helps that his fur is white.
Mm-hmm.
It really does help. I don't know how dogs with black fur deal with summer here. Like I don't know.
Kissy, how do you deal with summer with black fur?
I know.
Inside.
Alina, does your dog have the long fur in between his toes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to cut that? Because I don't cut mine. Yeah.
No, I have to cut his nails, which I kind of like. I'm kind of obsessed with myself because since I broke my leg, his grooming suffered because he won't sit for my mom. Yeah. And actually, I'm looking forward to this weekend because I'm finally able to give him a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't. When I broke my leg, I couldn't. And after that, it took a long time to get to the point where I could bathe him because it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work in not the nicest positions, but now I can take it.
Yeah.
Yay. My leg will hurt afterwards, but I can do it. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's in his future, and he'll be very sad. Like when I get him, if I get him into the bathtub, like the small bathtub in the shower, to wash his legs, he's fine. But when he's taking an actual bath, he looks at me like he's the most oppressed dog who ever lived.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you talking about beaten dogs and dogs starving to death? No, nothing compares to how oppressed he is by some water and shampoo.
Oh, yeah. Mine, I've got one. She will howl the entire time. And when I first got her, my neighbors would ask if I was beating her because I would be giving her a bath and she'd be like, ooh. I'm like, no. She's afraid that I'm going to stick her in a stew pot because she's clean now. No. So, all right. Hanging out without me. Hey, it's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
We weren't hanging out without you. We've been waiting for 2 hours for you. Where have you been?
Yeah.
Literally 2 hours.
Yeah. And actually, I have to get off here because I have to go down to the bus stop to pick up my kiddos.
Yeah.
I have to. I have to wait for it. Export a video.
Yay!
It only took me since like early December when I filmed it until now to edit this particular video. So I'm going to export and upload it later.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you've been editing videos. I've been taking videos, but they're all still on the video sources that I took them on. None of them have moved anywhere. So there's that.
True.
That's right. I am going to, well, Sarah's been getting in trouble at her jobby job. Come on, girl. It better be good trouble, okay? Like some serious shit.
If it's not in the news, it's not entertaining.
That's right. That's right.
True story.
Like some embezzling shit, okay? No. Oh man, but
I
yeah,
encourage
I am-
violence.
I know.
Violence.
I'm going to, yeah, once I get off here, I'm going to take a nap and I'm going to try, when I wake up, I'm going to try to be in a different frame of mind so that I can be more productive this afternoon. And I don't know, maybe add some stuff to my Patreon. Maybe.
There you go.
We'll
Maybe.
see. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
if you ladies want to do, I guess they're called outros.
Yes, let's
Tell the world who you
start.
are.
If you'd like to
Hey,
talk about
everyone,
your
I'm Alina. I'm a fiction writer, and I have an AuthorTube channel here on YouTube, which I think is linked down below. And you should definitely go check it out because I'm actually putting out a video today. To be fair, there will probably be more in the future. I did not just plan a ton this morning. So it's all good. And if you want to check some free books, head over to alinadespopescu.com/free reads. Check out my freebies, my newsletters, all the good stuff. And maybe start writing Magic Unleashed because it's appearing like you might get a new chapter tomorrow because I wrote most of it today. So yay!
Right on.
Progress.
I'm Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author with 8 little pages. I have a short story out. If you would like to buy that, you can do that on Amazon, or you can subscribe to my newsletter and get it for free. I am currently editing book 2. Please send help. Or a care package or vodka, something. But yeah, that's me. I also have a YouTube channel, but I'd rather you read and review my books instead. So
Awesome. Which I can definitely say you guys need to get over there. Go subscribe to her YouTube or her newsletter, but definitely go to Amazon and get her book because it's totally worth it. And you're supporting your indie author. Hello. I know.
support.
It really is. It's really good. I can definitely say so. So with that being said, I'm Dana Gollin. Go to my website, danagollinwrites.com, and find some good stuff there. And maybe there'll be some more good stuff on my Patreon page. You never know. Yeah. Your turn, Skye.
All right, and I am Skye. I write urban fantasy under the name SD Haggis. I don't currently have anything published. I haven't been doing videos lately, except for these live streams. There is a whole list of live streams and times, and I have corrected those times. Carol, I do need to add your channel onto the list.
Yes, because I was looking for it to subscribe, but
I just subscribed
I'm a secret
yesterday, and I forgot to add it because I'm a horrible person.
I'll send it to you right now.
But
yes, please.
But yes, feel free to join us in any more live streams. There is one tomorrow on Nichole's channel. If she's doing it, she's had some things pop up in her personal life that may prevent her from doing it, actually, now that I think about it.
No.
So she might not be doing hers tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
But
we'll do
Sarah has her in the evening.
She does have hers in the evening, tomorrow evening. So there's someone doing live stream tomorrow at some point. And then Alina, you've got yours on Saturday.
Yep, that's true.
That's right.
So,
I know. And who knows, maybe another miracle will happen and I will actually be alive and moving around. I know. Well, I took my daughter to the airport last Saturday and I saw that she was going live and I was like, I only live like, I don't know, 15 minutes from the airport. I'm like, hey, I'll be there in just a second. It was the first time. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great having you. So, there's your case for waking up early.
That's right. That's right. I'll be like, I got to do it. She supports me. We've got to support her. Watch on Saturday. You're going to have like 7 people show up. We're here.
Oh, that would be great. Like, it's great because like the more people, the more pressured I am to, write.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but I think that like Sarah, she put up a really great video yesterday about camaraderie and the community that we build. And I can honestly say that I think I'm a happier writer. I am definitely more secure having my friends who are here with me. I don't feel alone anymore. So yeah, so I'm so thankful you guys are in my life. And I know that sounds sarcastic, but it's not. It's really sincere.
That would work better. I know that sounds sarcastic because it is. Someone's been watching a lot of Big Bang Theory, the old episodes with a lot of Sheldon snark. So
no,
yeah.
I got an autistic kid. I live with Sheldon.
All right. Well,
okay.
Thank you all for joining me, and thank you whoever's still in the comment section for staying tuned, even though we're no longer writing.
This is important lady talk, okay?
Yes.
But we will see you all
tomorrow.
Later, another time.
All right.
At some point.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.